It struck us one day in the test kitchen. Why haven't we created a smoked burger? Why haven't we done that? Well, we did. There's a good chance that the smoked burger with coffee barbecue sauce will become your new favorite burger. Let's get it started. Here we go with a quick pickle technique on some red onions. Into a saucepan with cider vinegar, brown sugar, salt, peppercorns, and water. Bring things to a boil while giving a few stirs to make sure the sugar and salt dissolve. Once everything comes to a boil, with the sliced red onions in a heat-proof bowl, pour the hot liquid over the onions. Pro tip here, cover the onions in plastic wrap, creating a thin film on the liquid surface. Onions float, and this will help keep the onions below the surface for an even pickling. Pickled red onions will keep for weeks. I have them on hand nearly all the time for a sweet and acidic pop of flavor. On to the smoking. Now I'm rocking the big green egg today with some natural lump charcoal and hickory wood chunks. No matter the smoker, get things rolling at about 275 degrees. For the burger blend, we're using ground chuck 80-20 for the ideal burger fat to lean ratio, and certified Angus beef because, well, if it's not certified, it's not the best. First, I portion the burgers. I'm starting with 1.5 pounds, 24 ounces, so I can get 4 6-ounce patties formed. Now, these are going to be what we call pub-style burgers, so they'll have some thickness to them, unlike a smash burger. The idea is that the shape we form them in now will be similar to their final shape, so I'll do 2 important things here. Number 1, I'll form strong edges, avoiding large cracks. And 2, I'll press the center to be more concave. This indent will account for the tendency of the pub-style burgers to puff up in the center. With the patties formed, I'll season generously just as I would a brisket headed to the smoker. Coarse salt and dustless coarse black pepper. In this case, I've got 2 parts salt to 1 part pepper, but you can up that pepper equal to the amount of the salt if you're a fan of the pepper. By using the shaker, I can get them evenly coated. With both sides seasoned, we can get them smoking. Using the big green egg, I've got the diffuser, what they call the convector, to keep this as a true indirect cook. If you're using a charcoal grill like a Weber kettle, bank those coals and wood chunks on one side and place the patties on the cool side. Close the lid, and your burgers are on their smoking journey. We'll come back to the burgers here soon. Let's get this coffee barbecue sauce rolling. You'll love this sauce. Into a small saucepan with a little butter. We'll keep the heat on medium. Now get the butter melted and head in with diced onion and fresh minced garlic. We want to just soften them up, so keep the heat under control. A pinch of salt helps pull the moisture out and is also a little welcome boost of flavor. And this is where the coffee comes in. Hey, while we're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. With onions and garlic softened, we can add our liquids and other sauce ingredients. A cup of coffee isn't just your way to kickstart your morning. Now, it wouldn't be barbecue sauce without vinegar, so in with a 1/4 cup of cider vinegar, some sweetness, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and a 1/2 cup of ketchup. Now we'll round out the spice with some mustard and paprika. Whisk everything together and set it on a simmering journey. This should only take about 20 minutes. An immersion blender will make quick work of your sauce, creating a smooth sauce, ready to jar up and call your own secret barbecue sauce. In the meantime, let's check on our smoking burgers. After about 35 to 40 minutes, I can see by the magenta color that they've got great smoke on them, and the internal temp is about 145 degrees. I'll pull them off the heat now and set up the smoker for direct heat before finishing things off. With full airflow, I can quickly get this big green egg up to over 500 degrees. Now, this won't take long. Put the burgers right over the flame. Notice I'm flipping from their original sides that touch the grate during smoking. After a little sizzle and kiss of flame, flip them over and get some sharp cheddar onto the tops. Close for just 20 to 30 seconds while that cheese starts hugging the patty and the internal temp reaches 160 degrees. And out they come. And some brioche buns on the ready, let's build a burger. Down with your new favorite coffee barbecue sauce, and don't skimp here. And on with our cheesy smoked patty. And we'll top that with our homemade pickled onions. Let's go. Ah, look at that. Everything about this is fantastic. The smoke is the immediate thing. The pickled onions right away, and then the right choice on cheese. I didn't think barbecue could be so good. A burger's like the thing right in front of you that could have been an obvious choice to smoke. How come we didn't do this sooner? You're gonna love it. See you next time in the test kitchen.